All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with ticker symbol SENS, Sensonics Holdings Inc. And as we jump into this chart, I do want you guys to know that right after this chart, we're going to discuss about the ticker symbol I mentioned this morning and the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list, right? For the long-term plays and opportunities that seem to have potential. We're going to look at its chart. And the ticker symbol I mentioned in the mornings are the ones that I send out in the Discord. So if that's something that interests you, the link is down below so you can go check it out to join 80 plus members of other investors that are in that group that are intelligent, smart, discussing all the different things that they're looking at and how their day is going and what they believe and helping each other out. It's a pretty cool community. I'm really excited to see it continue to grow, and as every single individual inside the community continues to grow. So if that's something that interests you, you can join us at the Discord. Slots are filling up pretty quickly. So here we are with SENS, Sensonics. The chart is showing signs in the 1 day that there might be a little bit more room to the downside. But remember, this is a stock that we're paying attention to for the long term. Now, it has been hit hard downwards, but as long as this consolidates within this area, right, I would say that there's some room here for it to go ahead and have a catalyst to work its way up. Obviously, what we're waiting for is the FDA approval of the 180-day continuous glucose monitor. If that doesn't go well, that will go south, but long term, the potential is still probably there, but as this is going lower, I wouldn't really consider buying in or holding, all the way down there or buying the dip if you don't really feel confident in the stock. You have to be confident in the stock to understand it, especially in the market conditions that we're in right now and the possibilities that are coming moving forward. So yeah, you could see it right here, but then when you put the 30-minute, right, things are a little different. Seems like it tried to come back up. It's pulling down and it might back up, right? That's something that it looks like it might want to do, or kind of hang out and then continue moving upwards. And then you could see it here in the chart that it looks like it's pushing upwards. So on the 1 day, there's room to fall. On the 30-minute, there's room to go a little bit more up. We're going to have to see how this plays out, but the opportunity of a long-term opportunity is there. Every single dip is an opportunity to get in more if you believe in the company. And also, if you're looking for a swing trade, you don't know the bottom, right? No one knows it, but this does seem to be one of those. And if it pulls back a little bit more, you go ahead and average down and try to ride this one back up, especially based off of the technicals. But this is not me telling you to buy, sell, or hold any positions. I'm not here to tell you guys anything of that sort. I'm just stating the different ways to approach this, but I want everyone to be reminded that the catalyst we're waiting for is the FDA approval and obviously the long-term opportunities of revenues. That's really what you're looking for here. It's not even about what's about to happen or the short-term run. It's about what the company is going to become, and that's going to take time, but big opportunity here, changing the game. So it hit a low here of 202. Anything above that is a little bit of strength. If that gets broken through, this could continue lower, pulling further away from the 50-day moving average of 239. So keep that in mind, okay? 239 is our 50-day moving average. Anything below it is bearish. Anything above it is bullish. Now, the bulls need a breakthrough, the highest point of this recovery, and that is right here at 220. Once they accomplish that, it does not signify or guarantee that the bulls have gained control, but it is a stepping stone to start working upwards to reach newer highs, new resistance levels, but the bulls won't gain control or leverage over the chart until they break through 239 and break beyond it to pull upwards, keeping the momentum going, reaching newer highs and new resistance levels. So keep in mind, we're waiting on that FDA approval. That's the catalyst. And this is a long-term opportunity for those that believe in the company and have done their research, okay? This is definitely not something that's going to happen overnight. And I always like to remind everyone, it's a penny stock, high risk, high reward. With high risk comes high losses. And a lot of people don't mention that. I like to go ahead and remind ourselves that because there is the potential for things to go south if nothing gets approved and Sensonics doesn't really have a way to make themselves stand out within their sector. Now, it doesn't mean it's over for them, but it could take longer, or it could actually mess up the whole entire setup that Sensonics came from, which is literally a penny stock from 40 cents, 30 cents way back here. So if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe, share this with your friends and community, click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post, and don't forget to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel, and it lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. And let's jump right into the stocks that I briefed on this morning. So today's ticker symbol, I've talked about it before, and it's actually pulled back. We're going to jump right into it, and we're going to look at when I started talking about it and how I feel about it moving forward. But let's jump right into this first. This is the morning briefing that I had today, and for those of you that are not aware, you can gain access to this by joining the Discord. The link is down below, and you'll also gain access to the Stock Market and Emotional Intelligence series, and you'll gain access to my weekly watch list for swing trades and long-term opportunities. Okay, so let's talk about this. So I mentioned this one early in the morning today at 8:57, and I stated I was watching it. I wanted volume to pick up, and it did. One to watch towards the bell, sitting at 389. So it was at 389. It pulled back to a low here of 384, and it pulled up in just a matter of 4 minutes to 5 minutes, 414, right? The 5 minute to 30 minute work days, I call it. And that right there was a 5 minute jump that gave us 10%. That's all we're really looking for, 5 to 10%. This one was a little bit closer to 8 to 10%, but that's what we look for, 5 to 10%. You're not going to be able to start doing this right away, but by joining the Discord, you'll gain access to a group of investors that are very smart, intelligent. They're all looking at different plays, and also we're here to enlighten each other on opportunities that are presenting themselves. So sometimes you only have one set of eyes and you can't catch every single chart at once, no matter how many charts you have pulled up. But when you have other sets of eyes and a community that's all working towards the same goal, there's a lot there to go ahead and sharpen and grow with, right? Like I always say, we're going to learn and grow together. Iron sharpens iron, and this is a great opportunity to learn how to exit and enter opportunities. You don't want to start off with your capital. You want to start watching or using a simulator, but I highly recommend it because at some point you'll get the hang of it, and there's going to be many opportunities to come. Weekly watch lists, daily announcements, and I'm going to start sometime in the near future talking more about options and puts, and that's where things are going to get more interesting. So if you want to join in on that and you want to join our community of 80 plus members already, the links are down below to the Discord and the Patreon group. Click on either one and it'll direct you right to the Patreon so you can see the tiers that are available. They're filling up quickly. So let's talk about the stock you want to add to your watch list. So this stock here is PLTR. Okay, I've talked about it since February 20th when it first showed strength, and now we want to watch it carefully for a slight pullback or consolidation. On the 20th, right after that, on the 22nd, it ran up a little bit and it pulled down. Okay, this was way back in February. So let's go ahead and pull this up here so we could see where PLTR sits right now. Okay, PLTR is actually in a position where the more it stays at these levels, the bigger and better the opportunities are becoming. I mean, what a drastic drop today. That was big. So on the 30 minute, it doesn't look as big, but on the 1 minute, it looks scary. So we've talked about it since way back here, and when it ran and stuff, because it actually picked up, pulled back down, and then it ran up, and it's been falling since. So I stated we wanted that weakness. Now this was the low at that time, right? Throughout March, that's all we really knew about, right? That's all we knew. And then way back here, and this point, and back here at these points, you could see the amount of weakness the stock has had, and it's hit lows. And I've stated about this one again in March. I stated it again right here, and then obviously our February time when we spoke about it. But the main thing I want you guys to be aware of is that I've mentioned several times, $20 seems to be the floor. And if that gets broken through, the opportunities are getting bigger unless something fundamentally has changed. Now, this has been a great swing trade for those that have taken the opportunity since the 20th when we started talking about it. It hit this low, brought itself back up. I talked about it again before it ran up. And then as it's pulling down, I talked about the fact that we want to watch this as it gets closer to $20. And it's touched $20. It ran up again to 24. And we're talking about here a nice 10 to 20% gain every single time that these swing trade opportunities have presented themselves. Well, now it had a big drop, right? So what we want to look for here is either consolidation, or call this the dip right now, because we don't know how much lower it could go, right? We don't know if it can continue in this direction, but this is the lowest that we know right now after this move, and start off right there or get some more if that's something that interests you. But really what we're looking for right now is consolidation or weakness on the downside. The closer this gets to 20, the more interesting. So I want you guys to be aware, PLTR is a long-term opportunity, and it's one that every single dip or every single time it gets pulled down, it's more and more interesting every single time. They're working with big companies, and I made a full video on why PLTR is going to be a big thing. It's going to be a big deal because IBM right now, their Watson computer was not able to do what PLTR is able to offer. So they're working alongside to make PLTR incorporated into the Watson, or PLTR technology and the Watson together to provide the service that IBM always wanted to be able to provide. So that makes me see how ahead PLTR is than companies that have existed before, and where it can continue to go and where it could take other companies and grow from that, right? So man, big opportunities. If you guys have any bullish insights on this one or a bearish case, please comment down below. I look forward to seeing your thoughts on this one. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.